5, the Honourable Henare.
Speaker, thank you. My question is to the Minister of Health. What projects has the government approved to ensure greater access to elective surgery in Greater Auckland?
The Honourable Tony Wright.
Mr Speaker, more good news. Today the government has announced approval of a $37 million state-of-the-art elective surgery centre at North Shore Hospital. All of the international evidence points to separating urgent and elective surgery as the best way to lift productivity and treat more patients sooner. The new centre, due for completion next year, will have 40 beds, 4 operating theatres and be staffed by a team of 80 clinicians. It will be one of the most medically advanced centres in the country and provide better access to surgery for the people of Greater Auckland.
The Honourable Henare.
What other improvements have there been to health services in Waitemata?
The Honourable Tony Wright.
Mr Speaker, the new elective centre comes hot on the heels of the Lakeview development at North Shore Hospital, which is a 50-bed assessment and diagnostic unit and new emergency department for finalisation in October. This is in addition to the $9.2 million North Shore Dialysis Centre that opened last month and provides in-centre renal dialysis for people with kidney failure. And the emergency department at Waitakere Hospital is now open 24/7, something that the previous government promised for successive elections and even had the health minister as local MP and could never deliver.
Question. Supplementary question, Grant Robertson.
Will the Minister now correct his statement to the House in June that only 2 to 3% of patients waiting for access to elective services are treated after 6 months, when the Auditor-General's report shows that the figure is in fact 10%?
The Honourable Tony Wright.
Mr Speaker, more good news. There are fewer and fewer people waiting over the 6 months, and the results of the Auditor-General's report have been quoted by the member, but what I can tell you is that when the elective performance comes out in the elective target report in the next few weeks, New Zealanders will be stunned at the performance of the New Zealand Public Health Service.
Supplementary question.
Grant Robertson.
Does the Minister...
Order, I want to hear Grant Robertson's question.
Does the Minister dispute figure 7 of the Auditor-General's report that shows that the number of patients waiting longer than 6 months for access to elective surgery increased in both 2009 and 2010? And if so, why?
The Honourable Tony Wright.
Mr Speaker, it's the information... Well, what's in the Auditor-General's report is obviously what's in the Auditor-General's report. But what I can say is that the number of people waiting longer than 6 months is lower than it was under the previous regime, and we haven't culled 30,000 people off waiting lists to try and deal with it.
Speaker, point of order.
Point of order, Grant Robertson.
Mr Speaker,
A point of order is being called. Grant Robertson.
At the risk of testing your patience, Mr Speaker, but given the Minister's answer to that question, I seek leave to table figure 7 of the Auditor-General's report. That shows that people waiting for elective surgery longer than 6 months increased in 2009 and 2010.
All members have access to the reports of the Auditor-General. They're tabled in this House. Question of point of order, point of order, Craig Foss. The Honourable Craig Foss.
Yes, excuse me, Mr Speaker. Just regarding the point of order, the member over there that was speaking, he was watching you stand. He kept on talking. You said the member should finish or something along those lines. He tried to get his and did get his last words in whilst you're on your feet, Mr Speaker.
All I can ask all members, please, is to respect that traditional practice in this place, that when the Speaker gets to his feet, members desist. A member left the chamber yesterday for failing to do it, and I don't want to repeat that, a repeat of that. So I ask all members to please respect that. Point of order, the Honourable Trevor Miller.
Mr Speaker, I'd just like to compliment you on that ruling.
Order. 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 Question number 6, the Honourable David Parker.
Thank you, Mr Speaker.